Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to IRL Season 9 F1 Tier Round number 8 at China. I'm your commentator Ion Neon, or as Jared Fosbury, as you guys know me as. I am joined in the booth by my co-commentator, Mr. Kevin Harrison, or as Aspect, as we're here at the Japanese Grand Prix, where both titles could be wrapped up easily today.
Yeah, indeed. Of course, Matthew, in the past around this track, has enjoyed it. He's had a win as well. The last time, 2 seasons ago, because didn't have it last season, of course, but he did have that undercut strategy, you could say. He pitted very early for the hards and brought him all the way to the end. A perfected strategy to take the win. Of course, it might not be as easy on this game. Tyre wear is a little higher, but he would be the most likely for the win today, especially with the occasion as well. He might step up a gear.
And my stream... for some reason the stream was edited wrong. It says China, not Japan.
Oh, damn.
That's brilliant. Can you fix that?
I can get that, yeah.
Yeah, it is. I did put Japan, but it must have not saved it. But, well, we're out of Japan, don't worry. We're not on the wrong track or anything. So then, we're on board with Alfa Julio right now in the Renault. Both Renaults had a decent result, I believe, last weekend. They were looking very strong, unfortunately. I believe Pedro was actually looking for the win as he qualified on pole, if I remember correctly, and I think he got a drive-through or something which took him out of contention. So let's see what the Renaults can do today, as they're hopefully going to look forward to next season and start planning what they're going to do, and see if anyone can beat Matthew in the Constructors, as Julio then begins his flying lap right now. As he's coming down the long
I
straight.
might be silent for like 5 minutes because I need to tweet as well, so...
Yep, that's fine. Down in the straight then, into turn 1, goes up to 4th, down to 4th, sorry. Doesn't short shift to 5th to get the better traction, moves into 6th. Now through the S's you've got to be very good, and this is where the wheel will be a bit better than the pad. Will be more consistent through the corners, but not that bad there from Julio. As he's rear end kicked out a little bit, goes on the curb, keeps it under control and no mistake, but he's backing off his lap, and may look for a second run on these soft tyres as he locks up. But that is his lap over at the moment, so we're going to go on board with... who's actually on the lap? Go on board with Felix then, as he has made... not return, it's been a while since he's raced, but he's back in IRL F1 at Japan today. Let's see what he can do in the S section since he's had a long break. Nice and tidy up the S section, as he's got a slow Williams ahead of him, which I believe is Ryan. Ryan there is slowing down, moving to the right hand side, and he lets Felix through, as we have a lot of people commenting on the stream. We'll get to the comments very shortly, as Felix then is going up into the hairpin corner now. As Felix then, nice and tidy on that sector, as Julio did set a lap in the end, 26.305, so maybe he just backed off a little bit in that sector to save ERS management. It's very interesting, but he's only 26.3 on soft tyres. However, Felix coming down at the long bendy straight, I must say, it's not really a straight now, up to 130R. Hits the curb entry. Doesn't hit the exit curb, goes down into the chicane where we saw Senna and Prost famously collide. Right now then, Felix then coming around the final corner where we did see an instant in FP. Hopefully that doesn't happen today, as here comes Felix then to the line at 126.6. Goes P7. Currently 3/10 off Lewis Curtis right now, and that is a shame. So we'll go on board with Brandon. He's about to finish his lap. He goes 5th place with a 26.229. Moves into 5th place. Bit of better qualifying for him. Get beat by Logan at the moment. These two had a bit of heat in FP. Hopefully they keep it under wraps in today's race, as Cameron is currently in the pit lane, so we won't go on board with him yet. As Matthew Order sets a new fastest lap, 25.4. 10th quicker than Thomas. Could we see another battle between them two? As we're going to go on board, I would say Rocco, but he's in the pits. We'll go on board with Mr. Oliver Vell, famously known as the Rage Quitter, I must say, as his new nickname for the past 2 rounds, but he's saying he may be able to make a good result today in the Ferrari. But we'll keep an eye on him. As Nicholas there moves out of the way for him, as Ollie then comes into happen as the other Mercedes, it must be on a lap I believe, or just doing a quick in lap. And we'll go on board with the championship and the constructors very soon as well, the point gap as well, because the maximum driver points can score today is 104. And there's 3 rounds after this race, which then I believe should put it to 78. 78 points, and right now Matthew Nee I think leads by 80. We'll look at that. As Ollie then is coming into the chicane now. And he said he was doing low 26s in TT. Now, TT is not really the best place to practice. See what he does then. He does a 26.2 then on his time and goes just ahead of Brandon Glover. So Ollie is looking good for some points this round. And hopefully he can maintain that as we go on board with the, I would say run-up now, but the guy who's trying to stop Matthew winning the championship. Mr. Rocco Welsh, the Valtteri Bottas in the race point team, as he is being called. But Rocco then is looking really hungry to win the championship, and he could still have a mathematical chance, but he still has a chance in FP as well to win the title, so he's looking for 2 championships this season. And no one's actually managed to do that in 2 different tiers. As here comes Rocco then. Down the straight, DRS activated. Approaching turn number 1, hitting the speed of 202 miles an hour, actually 203 there in the end. Goes down to 4th gear, doesn't short shift to 5th at all, which is surprising. A lot of people are not doing that. I thought you would. Although he's going up the S section. This is where Matthew will have the bit of advantage on the turning. Oh, rear end's kicking a little bit out there. As you can see, the rear end was loose. As Rocco then into the hairpin, as he has an Alfa Romeo ahead of him. I believe that is Cameron Young. No, Cameron Young's still in the pit lane. That's a lap time. It's Lewis Curtis, I believe, then, who's on an out lap. Will he be able to have a recovery drive and not bottle? On time will tell. Rocco then. Yellows in sector everywhere, basically. I don't know why it keeps doing that on the Japan track. But I think it's because one of the Mercedes have gone off. I think that's Felix. As Rocco then is pushing a slow car of Lewis Curtis. Lewis Curtis needs to get out of the way. And he actually might give Rocco a bit of cheeky slipstream, which Rocco may not appreciate. Rocco's not taking the slipstream. And he does a 125.889. He's currently 4/10 slower than his teammate at the moment. As Pedro is in 3rd place currently. Also 4/10 off. So right now the race looks like it's going to be between Matthew and Thomas. And welcome back, Kevin.
Everything's done there.
As Cameron Young now is finally coming out on an out lap, but we will go on board with him soon. As we're on board with Kieran MacDonald, currently 2.5 tenths up on sector 1. He's on 26.9 at the moment. Kevin, if you want to carry on Kieran MacDonald's lap, he's currently in the hairpin corner.
I cannot find my controller right now. Okay, there you go. Kieran MacDonald.
Yep, Kieran MacDonald. He's currently 2.5 tenths up.
He's coming through the double left-hander of Spoon. He's got a little bit of traffic ahead. Luckily, they get out of the way. That's the Renault of maybe Tiger, I think, or Julio. Now coming up to 130R flat out. Really nice corners to go round, and then the final chicane. We'll see. Not a lock-up, that would be a Codemasters lock-up, I think. But he's going to come through the last corner now. We'll see how well he can do. He's currently on a 26.9. He's going to improve to a 26.1 and up to 7th place.
Not bad at all there for Kieran then. 8 tenths improvement. Ryan is on a lap right now. Currently in the hairpin as well. If you want to go back on board with Ryan. As I'll keep an eye on Cameron, because Cameron said he will be showing some strong pace today. And should be beginning his outlap very shortly, as here comes Ryan then into the double left.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure if you wanted me to... Okay, yeah, I'll... into the 130R anyway. Flat out. And then again, just like Kieran MacDonald did a few moments ago, into the chicane. the final chicane, that is, and then he's going to come down the kind of swooping right-hander, flat out, and he's going to go 8th place, just ahead of Kieran McDonald, so very similar laps between the two there.
Yeah. Wow, actually, I've just noticed. Look how close they are. Alpha, Lewis, Ryan, all under, doing 26 flats, very close there, a couple hundreds separating each of them. As Matthews, BRT Matthews, or Alpha is ZZYT, or as Matthews, who was the runner-up in the F2 title last season, is in 3rd place currently. Time is 1:25.804. I thought was retired from quali. He crashed out somewhere. Interesting, he's crashed out on the left-hander. The fast left, where it goes into Diagonal 1. That is interesting. And that's a shame for Ollie then. He will be starting with the alternate strategy. As right now though, one board with Cameron Young, currently through 130R, approaching the chicane, and let's see what time he does. Goes down the gearing, into 3rd entry, stays in 3rd gear, doesn't go down 2nd. I usually go down 2nd. Maybe. Oh, and he's gone off! He just locks the rears. I don't know what happened there. Don't know if he just lost traction or that was just a mistake on his part, trying to make it into the pit lane. Well, that's Cameron's lap over, and we'll be peeling into the pit lane. As Ryan's on another lap apparently. No, he's not. Why is it saying he's on a lap? Well, here the gap to the leader right now from 15th place from Felix. He's 1.2 seconds off the lead currently, which is a shame for Felix. He's currently not showing full pace yet, but may get into the groove very soon. He's currently in 15th place. Who's the lead out lap? Is that Thomas or is it? He's Thomas. Thomas will be the lead driver out on an out lap. See what he can do then.
Julio's actually on the lap right now, I think.
Is he?
Yep.
He didn't say he was on an out lap. He is on a lap. My apologies there, Julio, if it lets me select him. He's currently in 13th place with 26.3. Well, since he... Oh, is he on a lap?
He isn't anymore because he's just...
Ah, that's what he does. He goes through deck 1 and 2 on 0 ERS and then pops it back up. Interesting. Well, that's a shame there for Julio. But as Tom's on lap, Kevin, if you want to go on board, he's currently entering the S section.
Yeah, this is the guy as well, if you remember, who almost beat Matthew last week. So he'll be looking for a pole position. Right now he's about just over a 10th off Matthew Older, so he'll be looking for improvements as he's going to come across the Sector 1. He's just off his time, about 500ths down, so he's going to need to pick it up now, especially in the hairpin. I'm sure there's some time you could gain if you break it a little later, maybe a little better turn in. We'll see how he does. He's going to come across the flat out kind of right-hander. I'm not really sure how many rights there is in this, but now approaching Spoon, left-hander. Very nice corners when you get them right, and it looks like he's got it quite well. Maybe a little wide on the exit, maybe he planned that. I'm not sure if that's a better line. He'll be coming up to finish Sector 2 now, just before 130R. He's just off his time again. Although it does say purple, he was 300ths off. Coming into the final chicane now, that's not the best turn in for the second part of it, and he's actually going to pit. So he doesn't think that was good enough.
No, he doesn't. So he peels into the pit lane then. As Matthew then, as he's actually invalidated.
Rocco Walsh is coming across the line.
Let's click on him, and he goes third.
And improves to a 0.6.
So he's getting closer now, 2/10 off pole position.
Yeah, don't forget, I did say in the tweet as well that the Racing Points have had a double podium in the last 3 races. They just haven't been able to get a 1-2. So maybe this is the time that they get it.
It's true, yeah. They haven't had a 1-2 in the past 3 races, and I think Rocco's unfortunately not being able to do that. Like, get the car just where he needs to be. And today is his chance to do it. Now, I don't think they ever had a 1-2 at all this season, I believe.
Nah, they did have Russia.
Russia was a 1-2. Yeah, Russia, they did have a 1-2. So that was the only 1-2 they had, and then, yeah, you're right. Then after that, Rocco finished, well, he only got 6 points then at Monaco. But then after that, he was getting first and third each race. You said France, USA, and China.
Yeah.
Now, I'm
Every
not saying
combination of the last 3 races, of course.
Well,
Matthew in first, Rocco in third.
yeah, that's true, and that's the thing. Rocco has sometimes manages to get unlucky in a way where in FP he's somehow leading the championship. He's had 4 12 points and then 4 7 points, I believe, or 6 points it is, or 4 7 positions. Could this be a streak in F1 where he has 4 third positions and Matthew has 4 wins? Could easily happen. But there we go then. Rocco in third place currently. Still hoping for a
It's
chance.
looking like he might go for another lap. He's saved up ERS for it.
It's going to be costly if he does. No, he's
No.
paying. Time, there's not, and plus I don't think it's smart, to be honest, to do that. And he ain't got enough time to do another lap. So that's his lap over. As Matthew's out on another out lap. As we're going to board with
Ryan Heron
anyone
is on a lap. He's just finishing it.
Ryan is finishing lap now. To the line, 25.6 goes 4th quickest. So very spicy good indeed. Now Ryan moved up. Done very well.
Yeah, and then it's Nicholas ahead of Julio for the next 2 to finish.
Nicholas ahead of Julio. Okay, then we'll go board Nicholas then. Through the S section. Oh, Rayman kicks out a bit as you see the correction on the steering. Tries to keep the car under control and does very well. He goes to Degner. It's the curb, it's the X curb, bit on the grass. Nice and tidy. Is that me or is the Mercedes fighting? There's a car on a lap and they're fighting.
Yeah, the Mercedes are actually fighting.
Oh god. Guys, get out of the way. Felix, get out of the way. Good. Both of them excited. Wait, I thought something was going to happen then. But maybe a little bit of slipstream there from Nicholas. Was in the booking. As right now, Epic the Animal, Logan, in 7th place, 26 flat. Still hasn't improved on that lap. And I don't see him improving at the moment. 2 tenths off Matthews, but he's on an out lap, so anything could happen. And you said who was after Nicholas? It was Julio,
Julio
right?
since has invalidated. I just checked.
Damn. That's a shame then for Julio. That's not him doing the lap then. As here comes Nicholas to the line, doesn't take the shortest route possible, and does a 126.1, only a 100th improvement. Who is next then? Let's have a look.
Lewis is close to the end, I can say that much.
I'm guessing it is Lewis then. It is Lewis then who won boarded next. Apparently 800's up. Let's see what he is in sector 2 then, as qualifying has finished. Rocco and Ryan won't be setting more lap times since they didn't get around quick enough. Or they stayed in the pit lane. But Lewis then. Now is 2 tenths up in sector 2. That's interesting. 2 tenths up could put him a possible 6th place. If he finds 2 more tenths, could be challenging for podium.
Yeah, we don't know how much he improved in sector 1 either. He's going to be finishing this lap.
Just misses it. 26.7, a 10th off. He will be happy with 6th place at the moment as long as he don't get beat. The next person up is a Red Bull, and I believe that was Alpha. Thomas, who are on board right now. Apparently 1.5 tenths up. Which is right, in sector 2. Let's see what he is in sector 3 then.
Pedro Sousa is next. Improves to 2nd.
Good lap there, 25.4. Interesting. Thomas couldn't beat
and
it.
Matthew Alder has since improved to a 0.0.
No, yeah, then no one's beating that lap. What about Logan? Logan moves to 4th place, 25.5. Good lap indeed. So Rocco now dropped to 5th. Kieran McDonald then, currently 5 tenths apparently up in sector 2. We'll keep an eye on that, and I believe Brand's the lead Merc. Probably isn't it? Probably Felix actually. And here comes Kieran, 5th place, 25.6. Felix is next, 26.3. Brand moves into 10th and a 26 flat. And Rocco drops to 6th place. Now then, that is the qualifying over. We just went for Nicholas to retire. Well, wait for him to retire. After I've done the official qualifying results, we'll start talking about how Matthew could win the Drivers' Championship and how Racing Point can win the Constructors. Retired now. Matthew then in 1st place. Pedro in 2nd. Thomas in 3rd. Logan 4th. Good quality position. Kieran in 5th, Rocco 6th, Ryan in 7th, Lewis in 8th, Matthews in 9th, Brandon Glover in 10th, Nicholas in 11th, Oliver Bell in a 12th place. Qualifying, could get points there. Julio 13th, Felix, better result, 14th, Patrick, who looked strong at the start of the season, in 15th, not a good qualifying, and Cameron Young, tactically, doesn't do a qualifying time. Now this could be interesting, because I have a weird feeling he's going to go medium soft. It worked for him in FP, I think it could work here today. As right now then we will go on board with the driver's standings. Right now Matthew Order is leading with 156 points to his name with 6 wins, 2 fastest laps,
5 of which were consecutive.
Yeah, 5 and Rocco is second with
5,
0 wins and 0 fastest laps. He has 96 points, and I believe the point gap from that, if I quickly get my calculator, just can't do that in my head, is, what does he have? He has 96, 156, which I believe I've just worked out. It says 60. I don't think that's right. It is.
It is 60,
so he's got a
yeah.
60 point gap. If Matthew makes it the 79 point gap, he is champion. Which he needs basically the win. And I think to have that, Rocco needs to finish 5th to gain.
Well, he needs to do 13 points. He needs to get 13 points more than him, basically.
Yeah, 13 points more, that's what I mean. So he needs 3rd. So that's that then for the drivers. The constructors on the other hand, which is just loading up now. Constructors, Matthew and Rocco are leading with 252 points to their name. And Thomas and Matthew, BOT or Alpha Matthews, 126 points to their name. So there's a big gap there. And there's 4 rounds, and the max points you score is 44. So, 176 points, and they have 252. Then what's that? 52, 126, and then. Oh. Well, ironically, it's 126 point gap. And they need, what again? 44, 176. I don't know if they can win it today. I think if, with wherever Bulls are, I think they'll win it next round, but they could win it today. So right now, Matthew is going to have to hope Rocco can pull something out of the bag as we load everything up, details and everything, and tyres. Interesting then, the people at the top 10 are going on medium tyres. Nicholas, Ollie, Julio, Patrick and Cameron Young all on mediums. Interesting enough, Felix is trying softs, so maybe he wants to be quick at the start of the stint and try and make his way through the field. He feels he may have stronger pace. Look for some points on the board today as Matthew is licking his lips to win his 4th championship. So, will anybody able to prevent Matthew from winning the title today? As Kevin said, 13 points is all he needs to win it. Which actually might affect, he only needs 10 if he plays it smart. But yeah, if Rocco finishes 3rd, he wins it as well, doesn't he?
Does. Yes. If Matthew didn't, well, no. If Matthew didn't score, then he stays in it. He doesn't win.
Yeah, that's true. If Matthew doesn't score, but if Matthew wins, and he goes 3rd, I think he has. Well then, enough about that. We will go on that on a later stage of the race, as Matthew then is lining up the grid for the Japanese race of season number 9. As a light sequence will be beginning very shortly. So it says his prediction, Matthew, Faz and Rocco. As a light sequence have gone to 5 red lights. And we're out. IRL Season 9 F1 Round 8 at Japan. And Matthews had an alright start. Pedro goes into the slipstream. But look at Rocco. He's had a hampering start like a turkey. And moves straight away into 4th place. And Thomas has dropped to 3rd. And actually, no, he started 3rd, didn't he? So he's in 3rd then. And no contact for the behind, it looks like. And
yeah,
Felix
it looks very clean throughout the whole grid right now, which is kind of not in character of Japan. The turn 1, usually if you go side by side, you usually see someone going round, but today it's actually been very, very clean. Everyone keeping it.
Well, clean
together.
enough. Cameron's actually dropped quite far back. 2.3 seconds, no damage, I can see. But he's dropped a bit further back. It's Felix and
Gets
Julio.
overtaken, or
oh,
no,
Julio's round.
actually off.
Yeah, Julio's gone round. I think Felix may have been turned in, or there was something happened in the hairpin. Maybe he lost his traction. And Julio then is going to have to do a recovery in 16th. After then, still holding the lead at the moment as we go on board with Thomas, who's trying to keep up with him. Matthew then sets the fastest lap at 1:29.9.
Of course, the table's getting messed up. Cameron is in 5th apparently.
Well, apparently
Felix
he's
in
not
4th.
4th. That's definitely wrong. But we'll have to deal with that for now. But Thomas isn't 2nd, he's 3rd place at the moment. No change in position order at the moment. But the field is quite close towards each other, as apparently Cameron's now moved to 2nd. So Cameron's doing a very good job. However, someone's gone off, and it's actually Patrick. Patrick is off. Same place where Ollie crashed out in quali. No wing damage, I don't see any. That's a shame there for him, as we're on board with Ollie Favell, currently making a move on Felix round the outside, and now into 12th place. Mac then got a lead of 1.1 seconds to Pedro at the moment, which is safe for now. Will he be able to hold it? That is the case. As we're on board with Rocco, who looks like he's under threat.
And Matthew has broken Dearest.
That's good indeed for Matthew then. But I will say, right now, the championship isn't going the way Rocco wants it to go. As Matthew sets the fastest lap, so that'll be 26 points if he race finished at the moment. And at the moment, if it did, Rocco's only at 12 points, but we can see an overtake further behind. That is Lewis Curtis and Ryan fighting it out into turn 1. Is he going to do a classic Kimi Räikkönen? Round the outside he goes. Can't make it work and has to stay behind at the moment. But nice attempt there from Mr. Lewis Curtis. But as I was saying, back on board with Rocco Walsh, currently in 4th place, losing time to the cars in ahead, as Patrick is retired into the pit, so he's giving up. But everybody else is in a train to try and basically pass Rocco right now. Do you think Rocco is just now realised there's the chance of him winning the championship's basically out of the window, the way Matthew's performing at the moment, since he didn't lose the lead at the start?
Well, being fair, I don't think that he's the kind of person to think that he would have a chance. Obviously, safety car, by the way.
Oh,
But
that's
yeah,
just finished out. But as you were saying,
yeah, I think, kind of based on interviews, I think Rocco is probably going to be very.
it's true. I'm just inviting Cameron because he's apparently lagged out. If he lets me. There you go. So Cameron has an invite. There should have been spare invites, but the invite's been sent. Safety car then, as Kevin said, and Cameron has rejoined. Matthew then in the pit lane. A lot of people in the pits, and in theory, this has helped the soft runners. This has ruined the medium runners because now they've got a choice. They go hards, or they go mediums and try to and stay out and try and pull away while the other guys are on hards. But look what's happened. The Racing Point team didn't want to double stack. Rocco is now in the lead of the race. This is interesting.
Yeah, I think Rocco could probably say bye to any good position he had. Because
I think this
that
could
is
help
not
him
a
out.
good position on softs.
Oh, I don't know. I think he's got a good shout now to be in the podium position. As Felix has left the session, so he knows he had a bit of bad luck. But Matthew's in 7th. Yeah, he's on hards. He has the pace to get through the field. Oh, and Cameron.
Cameron and Ollie. Oh no.
You know, I don't get how hard it is to drive under the safety car. You're going slow. Cameron's just... I don't know if they see each other. I don't know if those two are doing it deliberately or what.
Yeah, it could actually. Could it be TC?
Oh no, I think Cameron's.
Oh yeah, Cameron has the.
I think Cameron has like a desync issue or something because I don't think he can see him or he's actually. Just
no, I think what's happened is that Ollie overtook him, and then when he tried to re-overtake, he got like let the car behind pass, and then he got it with a load of people.
Well, Cameron did get a pen.
Because it is a thing that happened. I'm not sure how it could happen with multiple. Okay,
yeah, he's definitely desync. He's giving Brandon a penalty. Brandon's got a 5-second penalty. What is going on? Cameron is just hitting people. What?
What?
What is now? Kieran McDonald's got a 5-second penalty. This could be called. This I don't know if people actually are getting these penalties, but right now Matthew apparently has just got a penalty. Will this call a restart? This I don't know if this
now he's slowing down again.
I don't know if he's
or his car is slowing down at least, or something. I don't know what he sees, but I can't imagine he's seeing what we're seeing.
Oh, this is awesome, you know.
And now he's sitting.
Oh, someone split it in the pits. Kieran's round. Kieran's got front wing damage. Okay, what's going on?
This has to be a restart.
Cameron's retired. Now I don't know if he could see them. Ollie's pitted. People, I think, can serve their 5-second in the pit lane, so it isn't really that hurtful. But I don't know what's just happened. What is I'm not imagining it, am I? He can't have physically just gone through everyone.
Well,
no, it's up to the tier admins, Felipe. It's their decision if they want to call a restart. That is Matthew and Brand. Brand's in 13th, Matthew's 5th. They have a decision to make. If they call a restart, they can. And can't see them. Well, if it is a restart, I would. If it was me, I would do it because it is a bit unfair for Cameron. And it also gives Felix and Patrick maybe another chance if the admins land. But I don't know. I don't think it is his internet, to be fair. I think it's the lobby. Since he rejoined, it like messed up in a way. And it's giving it 1 to 5 seconds.
How things happen, yeah. Like someone rejoins and then something happens.
Ain't the glitch where you can cut every corner. That's fixed. It's just... It's probably another glitch where you leave and rejoin. People just have to be careful, to be honest. But I have a weird feeling it started because Ollie made an overtake on Cameron and Cameron tried to get it back, but it like glitched him through.
A side note though, are you sure that Matthew can get it today? Because
he should be. Well, the point is
there's 104 points up for grabs, including this race.
Yeah, but I mean,
and the gap is 60 points.
Yeah.
So he would need to increase his lead by 44 points today, which he can't do. To guarantee it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Then why has Brandon told me ignore all the facts I've just said, saying Matthew can win the title to them?
No, I'll keep looking at it because it might be there might be something.
Because I remember Brand's certificate is coming in at Slapnet, so Rockland will be leading. We'll talk about it later then. Well, Sondre, he can't. He served it, so he can't have it removed. Rockland begins his lap back to the silly race, technically. Has Rockland into the lead, 5/10 gap with Logan in second place. Matthew Order then already getting challenged by Nicholas behind, trying to keep it under control.
Actually, the opposite.
He's actually made an overtake. And there's yellows already. You don't know why there's yellows, but there's yellows going down the grid. I don't know. Apparently there's yellows. I don't know if that's a decent car. As Thomas Dent in 7th place, 4/10. Right now trying to catch up with Alpha. Matthew not that close at the moment on Matthews, the other Red Bull. And just to clarify, the people who've still got the 5-second pens, if you haven't got the pit again, then you can have them removed. Obviously, Ollie's... Does Ollie even pit? The people who have pits have one.
Matthew's 5 second just disappeared.
Yeah, what the hell? No, I'm positive. Some people went in the pits and served it, so if they've served it...
Yeah, Matthew didn't serve it though.
Yeah, maybe it's actually not there.
It just, yeah.
Yeah, Ollie's... Somebody else has just gone. Julio, I think, just went. Or Ryan's. I think the 5 seconds won't add on. I think they've just... The game's realised it was a glitch, and it's now fixing it. But it's ruined Kieran's race, because he got wing damage. That's why Kieran said he got damaged and crashed. And why won't it let me select another driver? There's no one second. It's close fight.
Yeah, Ollie got his 10 seconds after Cameron left because he had
no,
picked to
he
get rid
got
of his...
no, he got because Cameron apparently hit him. It looked like Cameron hit him, and it came up with 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, but I saw him leave the pits, and he didn't have any.
Oh, well then I don't know then what he's done.
So
I don't know. It might be the game just messing up, saying there's a penalty, not penalty, penalty. I'll look at penalties again. Right now, it says that they're still 10 seconds or 5 seconds. They may be gone, but if they've served it, it can't be removed. That's like saying if you got a 5 second getting hit by somebody, and it wasn't your fault, and it was a glitch, but you served it, it can't be removed, unfortunately. So it's a shame. Yeah, Cameron, that's understandable. I thought you were desynced. It's alright. If people report it, then by all means. But,
I think Lewis Curtis might be going for a move on Ollie.
Go on board that now then. He is around the outside.
He is trying it.
Trying the switch then. Let's see what Ollie can do in defence. DRS has been enabled. So no DRS this lap. Next lap will be DRS opportunity. Just gets 3 seconds added to his time. That's going to hinder him, but don't have to worry. Oh, he's got a 10-second penalty. Oh, I've never seen that glitch before though. Very interesting. Lewis looks a lot quicker on those hards. Logan, 7.5 tenths off.
Yeah, no good. His chance once again here. He might actually be making this before 130R. And he is. This is going to be an easy move.
Ollie might come back at him. Nah, he stays behind. Brian then is his next victim in 10th. A lot of these guys have not pitted since the start of mediums. As we now go on board with Matthew Alder now. Actually, Nicholas just been passed by Pedro. Matthew Alder. He isn't going to win a championship today. He's going to win it next week, if my maths are correct. Because next week it'll be 78 points. At the moment he has a 60-point gap. So if he gets it, if he scores 18 points today, he's basically got a very high chance of winning the next race over Rocco. Right now, Rocco then is in the lead, and this soft strategy hasn't paid off since the safety car came out. Maybe a VSC probably would have been better, but right now, Rocco doesn't look good. If you get to the lead, let's have a look. If Rocco pits, he's going to drop all the way to 12th. Interesting though. Matthew using a bit of his EOS now, 60%, trying to catch up with BRT Matthews now, the other Red Bull. And he's really close up there through 130R, looking for a possible move in the chicane around the outside. This could easily end in tears. Doesn't do that, and it does switch back, and this is how you make an overtake. And Rocco's in the pits. Oh, Matthew correction midway through the corner, could easily have sent him into the wall. And Pedro says new fast lap, 29.6. Matthew makes a move to 2nd place. Now, his next objective is to pass Logan as soon as he can. Just try and pull away from Pedro and not get held up. Right now then, Matthew's picking up more pace. Currently he's fastest in Sector 1. Fastest lap was currently held by Pedro, as I said, 29.634. Matthew's only a 10th off that. Do you think Logan will pit this lap, Kevin? As Rocco's in 12th place.
I think it's possible to bring this off maybe a lap or two longer, but that's kind of at most, so he's probably going to be pitting this lap. If not, then he'll definitely be within like the next lap or two.
Yeah, Rocco's got a 20-second gap to the leader right now. At the moment, if this was only 3 rounds left, Matthew would win the championship the way he stands with 18 points. But if he gets 26 points, that will be even better, as Logan does pit. So yeah, you were right. So Matthew right now, will he get fast lap? No. 25 points is the maximum he's going to get at the moment, unless he beats him. As you said, Soft's doing a lap, Matthew stays out. And Pedro is now watching his mirrors because he's got Nicholas, Thomas and Ryan not that far away, and also his other teammate, Julio, in 7th place. As penalties, let's have a look. Would have been removed? Nope. Pedro still gets 5 seconds. Oh, he still gets 10. I don't know, that's weird. I don't understand why people have had their penalties removed when they have pit. Oh no, hang on, I know why Matthews was removed. Yeah, he pit under safeguard, didn't he, Matthew?
Yeah, but like that was straight away though.
Oh yeah, that was.
Cameron started coming to the field after that, and then he got to 5 seconds.
Oh, I don't know. I just thought he did it. I don't know. Honestly, this game it just amazes me. We're going on board with Lewis Curtis now then, who's catching up with Mr. Manlover, Brandon Glover, in 8th place in the Mercedes. Doing a better result today, looking for some decent points. Let's see what he can do. Because there's a massive train just for 2nd place, as finally Matthews pits. And geez, Lewis Curtis has got a lot of dirty air there. He's getting a nice helicopter view. I think Lewis Curtis is making a move. Banding the fence to the inside. Robertson fast lap 29.5. Still going to overtake young Brian, but he is close. Matthew's got a 2.3 second gap. We're going to move up to the front as we see Thomas gaining on Nicholas now. 3/10. Could easily make a move. Let's talk about next season when we don't see any overtakes happening. With next season, with the drivers picking the calendar, 6 rounds of the first season and the 6th round of this season, which they pick as Thomas then makes move into 2nd place. Who do you think is going to be fighting with the constructors and possible teammate pairing next season? Do you feel possible teammate pairing between Matthew and Thomas, or Thomas and Cameron, to challenge possibly whoever Matthew teams up with for next season?
It's a bit of a hard question. I mean, the two likely candidates I would think is like Matthew Cameron Young or Matthew Rocco again. I'm not really sure of him pairing up with anyone else. He could throw a curveball, you never know, but because I think he asked Brandon to be a teammate before, but Brandon won't leave the Merc and Matthew doesn't want the Merc. So yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, I would say Massey would pair up with Cameron Young or Rocco again for the second season in a row. But apart from that, I'm not really sure.
Oh, I think a possible teammate pairing next season, I think, could be Thomas and Cameron. If they don't have that much of a, they have probably 80% chance of winning the drivers' championship. But I think to really throw Matthew off balance next season is to win the constructors. If Thomas and Cameron paired, whoever Matthew picks, it will be a tight constructors fight, because Cameron now and then has decent results and was a decent team with Matthew, and Thomas has decent results when he needs. Could be a possible pair, but as you said, Matthew may try to go with Bran. Bran says he wants to stay with the Merc, staying with that car. As we see Ryan now closing on Nicholas. But I think he could even pick some F2 drivers who do get promoted. He could even pick you, as I said. There's a high chance you get promoted next season. You've also said you might not be racing next season, but he could easily pick you. Anything could happen because you're not that far off the pace. So right now, Ryan then moves into 4th then through turn 1. Good overtake, and he's now going to look on Thomas. But we'll have to wait and see till next season. There'll be a lot of shake-ups next season. There's Alpha there with a 28.8, new fastest lap. So which was Matthews then, 12th place. Ryan made the move, but I think that's the best position he's going to get, unless he somehow manages to claw back on Thomas. Let's go back on board Thomas then, who's trying to catch up with Pedro. Very close. And Matthew is doing everything where he needs to now, Kevin. 3-second gap already.
Yeah, I mean, it is Matthew. Don't expect anything less from, of course, leading by 3 seconds. Even if you got a penalty, it wouldn't matter. Kind of fits the description of Matthew Waller, especially here in IRL, taking the last 5 wins. So yeah, you would expect him to take another win today, especially in this position.
Yeah, that's true. This Alpha has just passed the Julio. Sorry, it's just passed Tigers. Too many Alphas. I want more Alpha drivers though to race an IRL next season for F1. But right now, Lewis is making a move around the outside. I think that's a tactic Bran has used before. Bran is going! Oh, Bran saves it from the pit wall. Very close there. Sorry if I've just deafened everybody. I do apologise, but Bran there almost loses the rear end into the wall and somehow manages to save it. It's a good recovery. Ollie there, still in the race. 9th place right now, 1.4 seconds off Bran. So he's doing a better job than he did in China.
Yeah, I was just doing some calculations, by the way. I think that I was actually wrong because I looked at it the wrong way. Matthew can actually win it today.
Obviously can.
I looked at it in a sense of, like, he needs 104 points of a gap, but he doesn't. He needs 78 points after this race, which is possible. So
yeah,
I'm
right
just
now
doing
he's
some
actually
calculations. So when I get that, then
yeah. Right now he's achieving that. He's at 85 points. Right now, the gap would be between since Rocco's in 10th. So Matthew will, the way he stands right now, is world champion. So Matthew, yet again, nobody this season, and I love it and I hate it at the same time. It's really challenged him, but Matthew yet again showing consistency and decent pace to possibly be a 4-time champion. And no one, he's just smashing the history books, smashing the record books. No one's ever done this. So right now, Matthew is setting a record breaker just maybe somebody else could try and beat. Never know. Matthew might win 8 titles, then retire, and somebody else could win 8 titles and try and beat it. But only time will tell, as Pedro then is still holding 2nd place on Thomas. I think these guys are going to be fighting to the end. While they keep fighting, it's helping Matthew pull away. Still, the gap stabilised to 3 seconds. Then Pedro right now. Pedro, what? He's got a 5-second penalty, hasn't he? Yes, he has. Right now, if Pedro finished the way he does, I think he'll drop 5th. And Ryan actually could get the podium. really happening right now. Thomas looks a lot closer though, but he can't get the exit good enough. Matthew now 3.2 seconds gap is now, he's increased the gap. Julio actually might be able to make a move on Ryan. Where's Julio's pace come from? As he's now starting to pick up the pace as Ryan hasn't really managed to pull away here, Kevin, and it looks like Julio could easily get third place, and where Pedro could lose a third place and Renault could lose a third place possibly, Julio could be a recovery and get it.
Yeah, he could. I mean, Ryan's obviously under threat by him, kind of a bit on his own. He doesn't have any DRS and doesn't look like he'll be getting it anytime soon. So it could be an easy move for Julio, but then on the flip side, even when Julio gets past him, if he gets past him, then Julio will have to do the same thing that Ryan is doing right now to keep him behind without DRS. So it could go either way, but yeah, I mean, as well, there's Lewis Curtis right behind, putting pressure on Julio, so it could take some of the pressure off Ryan. Maybe he can pull away if they go side by side a little.
Keep an eye on Julio right now, because I don't see Thomas making a move on Pedro anytime soon. Don't see any other fights down.
I'm going to be back in a second. I need a calculator. Oh, my.
Okay, that's fine. While Kevin does what he's doing, he will return. Let's talk about Ryan then. Ryan in 4th place right now. He won an F2 title, as Ollie's just made him in on Nicholas Pitts. Won an F2 title, as I was saying, on Ryan. And he came up to F1, strong pace, and now and then was looking for a chance for a win last season. This season he won a race, doesn't mean a bit lucky. But you never know, Ryan could easily next season challenge for podium position, but right now he's under threat by Lewis Curtis and Julio. Lewis Curtis has had a couple of podiums, so Lewis Curtis is now starting to make his way through the field. Oh, speak about Lewis. Lewis just got another penalty. That's 6 seconds now.
Okay, this should get a little easier now.
Now, as Epoch Trip says in the chat, someone stop Blizzard. Well, if you know anybody who could try and stop Blizzard, do let us know. But, as I said, let him smash the record books. He's doing very well. Just showing the pace he's got. As Lewis Curtis did pick up a penalty. He's trying to make a move on Julio now. And he's making it. Dived it into the inside. Very tight there. This almost a centre and Prost moment. Oh, no. And there you go. That's how you make an overtake. Logan, do take notes. As they go side by side. And Julio then. Right on the outside. Lewis, can't make the overtake work. Oh, but he sends a dive into turn 2. Tries to make it work. Julio shuts him down. And yet again, that's cost him time. Lewis again just dived at every corner. He finally gets it through. Moves into 5th place. Good overtake. And Julio then has lost a ton of time. And that has helped Ryan now move a bit ahead of a 1.5 second gap. And now he's in 4th place. Now, Brian's now looking hungry for 6th place now. He ain't got that much ERS to play with. There's one lap 19 out of 27. Let's go back on board with Thomas then. Let's see how close he is to Pedro. Pedro managed to pull away here. Matthew now 4 seconds. Increase the gap. Rocco now into 9th place, in 2 points to score. So that would be 23-point gap. If he gets it under 17, I believe. a 17-point gap, then he's safe. The championship isn't won then. As Logan peels into, sorry, Brand peels into bits for softs then. He's looking for the fastest lap. Rocco's now getting 4 points. He's now reduced the gap to 21 points. Nicholas
I can actually say the things now on how Matthew can win, because I just did out a little thing. Yep. So basically, if Matthew wins with the fastest lap, Rocco needs at least 6th. Oh wait, no, that's wrong. He needs 5th, because that would be perfect. So, okay, I need to do this again. Never mind.
Right. Well, I can
it's
redo
confusing.
calculations. Right now then, Rocco in 8th place. Still clawing up the field, still a chance to have another 3-round chance to try and claim the title. He knows the chance is very unlikely, but he will take it if he has it. But right now, currently in 8th place, and Matthew is just doing what he needs to do. Storming away with a 5-second gap now. He's increased the lead at a second a lap now. And it says the fastest lap to be on top of it, a 1:28.656. Good lap there for Matthew, and right now he would get 26 points. Now the gap's 22 points. Right now, as we go on board with Logan right now, is actually catching up with Rocco and could possibly try and challenge him. Rocco is in a bit of trouble here. He's got Logan on his tail and he's got Matthews. He could easily relegate him to 10th place. Logan then, under threat now from Matthews. But if I was Matthews, I'd be smart. Save your ERS behind these guys, wait for these two to make a mistake and then attack. But Matthews could do what he wants and make the move a bit earlier, but now Logan using a bit of his ERS. Rocco's got nothing in ERS management wise. Literally nothing. He has 20% ERS. Logan is gaining now and he wants to make an overtake. Gets a good run on the exit, but runs wide. Don't know why he don't fall where Rocco's going, because it is the quicker route. DRS is activated. Doesn't use his DRS at all. Ryan's picked up a penalty. That is crucial. Lewis is in 4th place. And Ryan has lost the position to him. And he's got a 3-second penalty. As it stands right now, Pedro could be saved for 3rd place. Right now though, Epic still hasn't made a move, or Logan. He's really close, but he just doesn't get the exits what he needs. Is he close enough now? Matthew sets the new fastest lap, 1:28.1. 7 seconds of gap is within a couple of laps. Matthew is literally setting fastest lap after fastest lap. Will he keep doing it? Logan, they got very close in the braking zone. I have to back off there a little bit. And that's going to cost him. Rocco then. Trying to close up. Gap ahead of him's 8 seconds, so he isn't really catching that much on Ollie. But on lap 23 out of 27 now. Matthews has dropped completely out of it. Has he got wing damage? Yes, he has. He's missing a bit of end plate. So did he get a bit of damage with Logan in the chicane? So that's the 3-car fight now down to a 2-car fight for 8th place. But as Kevin's still working on the calculations, right now, Rocco isn't going to have a chance to win a championship. It's going to be Matthew, the way it stands.
Okay, I actually have it the way that I thought I would say it. If Matthew gets first and fastest lap, which obviously he has now, Rocco needs 5th, or he will not have any chance of winning it down the line. Like, Matthew wins, that's it. If Matthew gets first without fastest lap, then Rocco needs 6th.
Rocco's actually going to lose position right now. Tonight.
If Matthew were to drop to 2nd and have fastest lap, then Rocco needs 9th. And if Matthew got 2nd, then Rocco needs to score at least to keep in it. So at least 10th.
Well, Rocco then dropped to 9th now, so it's basically confirmed right now. I'm just going to say this. I don't think Matthew's going to crash out or anything, but the championship is in Matthew's corner.
Yeah, Rocco would need to improve to 5th to stay in it. Right now.
That's true, and apparently, with the fastest lap, Brian's on fresh softs, right? And I'm not throwing shots at him or anything. And Sandra's also put in the chat that Matthew's nailing. Matthew's done a 28-1 on 19 lap old hards. Brian on fresh soft tyres has done a 28-7. I just want to say that out there. No one has come close to that time on used hard tyres or even softs. Matthew is demolishing the whole entire field right now. I think this guy needs F1 on his own, because right now no one can even touch him. What an alien. Matthew then in first place with 8.2 second gap and got plenty of ERS to spare and possibly may go for another fastest lap run. But what about the constructors, Kevin? Can they wrap up the constructors today, or where Rocco
that is something that I did not do. It might be a little easier, I'm not sure. But I probably can't have it done before this.
Well, yeah, that's true. I think they need like 100. I think it'll be 176 points. I think something like that. The gap is what they need. The gap's 126.
I'll see
points.
if I can get the calculations done. I'll try.
Well, there's no overtakes at the moment yet, so we'll keep you informed. Right now, I think Pedro's got 3rd place in the bag. And Thomas said he would like another podium interview, and it looks like he will be getting it as long as he don't bottle. That is.
Now, one thing I can say is that right now Racing Point has double the points of Red Bull in 2nd.
Yeah.
Exactly double.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. You know, Matthew just somehow he did that on his own last season. He doubled the points to 2nd. I don't get how he did it. Matthew there, a 2nd off his PB, a 129.1 on 21 lap hard, sorry. Matthew then on the penultimate lap of this race, as we're on board with Thomas now, getting closer to Pedro, looking for 2nd place, getting really close, and not even using ERS, could have made the overtake if he used a bit of the ERS there. So Pedro is now under threat, could easily lose 2nd place with a click of somebody's finger. Gap now between Thomas and Lewis though, 2.8 seconds. There's yellows. That is an AlphaTauri going off there. That is Kieran. He's got a right front puncher. Kieran McDonald, a front right puncher there. So that's a shame. He tried to take tyres along 18 laps. I mean, that's pretty long actually. And that's his tyre completely blown out. And he will be in the pits to try and get out of the pits quickly enough.
Okay.
To get a fast lap.
They need to outscore Red Bull by 6 points.
What, today?
Yep.
What they outscoring him at the moment?
Which I think they are.
Yeah, they're definitely doing that. Matthew's winning. Thomas is third, and Rocco's ninth. So there's 10 points.
So yeah, right. Oh wait, puncture. Lewis Curtis is a puncture.
Hang on. Matthew's been disqualified. Matthew was being disqualified. Matthew's disqualified. What is going on? Rocco has been saved. You said Thomas got a puncher, right?
Lewis Curtis.
Lewis Curtis
He's
got a
going in the
puncher.
pits right now.
Matthew Older has been disqualified from the race. Apparently not having the change of tyre. He started in soft. Thomas, the leader.
Thomas Tropes has a puncture.
No, everything's failed.
And, Pedro Sousa got damaged there. Thomas is round.
What is going on? I don't think he will, because Alpha is in first.
They won't be outscoring them now. They won't. Well, Thomas now retires.
Sondra says he'll still get the win. Game glitch. No, he won't, because he didn't finish the track, and Thomas is out. That's unfortunate. That's a glitch, but don't get how we can remove that, because we can't say, oh, he would have. I don't know. That's interesting. But right now, the way it stands, honestly, this game is broken. Right now, Pedro would win. But if Sondra says it's correct, and the stewards agree, Pedro, puncher. Ryan, will he get a puncher? Because right now, Pedro's just got one. He's now lost third place.
Julio
Could we see Ollie in third?
In terms of penalties, I don't think so. He needs a 5-second gap over Pedro. Ollie does.
That's true. Well, Ryan then comes to win, finally gets his first win. I don't know if it is confirmed that it is his win, but he wins in Japan. Julio takes second, Pedro takes third. Now this isn't confirmed right now, and actually Logan actually somehow takes third. 4.7 seconds.
Yeah, no pens for Logan there. So
Rocco in
jumps
fifth,
up.
Ollie sixth. So Rocco got where he needed to be in the end anyway. Ollie in sixth, Nicholas seventh, Brandon in eighth, Lewis Curtis ninth. Matthews will be 10th, but as I said, it could change if Matthews gets his own DSQ, but I don't know how that's going to happen.
Yeah, because you're not able to say that he would or wouldn't have got a puncture or crash on the last lap.
That's what I mean. I don't think
you can't say for 100% that wouldn't have happened. Because then, if you're going to apply that, then what about Thomas? Then he was continued, and then he got a puncture and he retired.
Yep.
So if that happened to Thomas, then would he have got second? It's not fair looking at that.
Yeah, I think Matthew unfortunately is going to have to deal with it. 16th is going to be the way he finishes today, and that is a shame. And I believe, even Tim says, Sondra, and then why is the rest not disqualified? Everyone else should be disqualified then. So I don't understand why I did that. However, at the moment these will be your official results. They probably won't change. We'll be talking to the stewards about it and have a talk, but I have a strong feeling it won't, as Ryan takes the win at Japan, an unlikely winner from today's result. Matthew easily got the win and easily had the championship wrapped up, but it isn't. Rocco still has a fighting chance. He got 5th place, and that's 10 points closer now, a 50-point gap. And Ryan then is in first, takes the win with both Renault's. Logan actually got third in the end. And that's a good result. Well, here are the official results. Ryan takes first place then, with Julio in second, Logan in third, Pedro in fourth, Rocco fifth, Ollie sixth, Nicholas seventh, Brandon eighth, Lewis ninth, Matthews 10th, Kieran in 11th, Thomas 12th, Cameron in 13th, Felix, Cameron, Felix and Patrick all DNF'd, and Matthew Order, who did get disqualified, which is 80% chance of staying DSQ'd. However, could change apparently because it is a glitch, which I do agree it is a glitch, but we can't tell if he could have had a puncher and could have cost him the win. Well then, we will get the top 3. If you want to send interviews to the top 3, would be appreciated.
Ryan and Julio and Epic, I'll get them. What is Ryan's gamer tag? I know it's like a 55x or something.
Ryan underscore 55, I believe it is.
doesn't look to be correct.
Don't invite Matthew since he didn't actually get the win. So.
I just need to go back to get the gamer tags now because I do not know what they are. Underscore 50. Or is that 2? It looks like 2 underscores, that's why it was wrong.
We'll give him till 20 past, and if no one joins, then we'll close it here. Honestly, what? I legit don't get what's happened. We've had Cameron rejoin and it glitched him out and he just basically gave everyone 5 seconds and people's 5 seconds got removed randomly. Matthew then pit on a safety car, went on hards, last lap, second to last lap, sorry, no, last lap he got DSQ'd, which could change obviously, and then Thomas got a puncture, Lewis got a puncture, Pedro got a puncture on those hard tyres, Matthew could have had a puncture. Honest, mad. It's the maddest race I have seen. And it looked like it was going to be domination for Matthew to win. Well, cheekily, Sondre, you know Matthew got that fastest lap. Maybe the FIA realised it weren't hard tyres. It was a new design soft tyres which can go the whole distance. What? Maybe cheekily going for the fastest lap and getting that extra performance boost. But,
J-U... Okay.
Oh, Kevin sends the invites. You have sent them, right?
Okay, I've got Epic.
Well, if Epic does do it, you will be interviewing Epic. Because I just need to sort some out. If he joins, that is. Welcome Kevin, welcome Logan, sorry, as he's still running for me. And he's logged now. Well then Kevin, if you want to interview Logan. What? Is he still loading in for you? So I'll invite them. Sorry, I'll invite him. I'll invite him. You do the interview with Logan, and then I'll invite him.
Can you hear Logan?
Yeah, he is here.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay, good. Well then, obviously we'll start with you as we try and get the rest in somehow. But yeah, obviously today you ended up with third. Obviously a lot of stuff happening on like the last lap or two with many people getting punctures. And of course Matthew Alder getting disqualified by the game. But I'm sure in the end you'll be happy with the third place. Of course, I don't think maybe you were expecting it a few laps from the end.
I wasn't really expecting it 3 laps from the end, but I did know that when they pit the hards that was too long. I mean, obviously, when there was like 2 laps to go and no one got punctures yet, I was concerned. But I was like, I know it's possible. I know it's more than likely, actually. But yeah, when everyone got it on the last lap on one hand, I'm like, yes, I got all these spots that I knew I should have got because I was confident I made the right call when I pit. but at the same time, you're always going to be like, man, if it would have happened a lap earlier. I mean, all in all, I still consider this a moral fourth because what happened to Blizzard's bullshit, and Codemasters really needs to work on their coding of their game. But I still feel like I did everything I needed to do today. You know, holding pace with someone like Black Phoenix, I feel like that just shows what kind of a driver I am. I also feel like my decision and knowledge of the game today puts to rest what people have been saying for the last 3 days, that I don't have knowledge about the game. I think me knowing how long these tires can go, what percentages in the coding of the game, the tires can start to blow, I feel like that's what paid off today, game knowledge. And only a couple people had the right call today. I mean, it did come down to a little bit of luck, but if anything, they're lucky they didn't puncture earlier.
Yeah, of course, I think it was Ryan here and one of them who also pit. He got lucky that he was able to go to the end. So maybe you could have got another position from that. But, yeah, third place in the end, your strategy call really got you it because it was clear that going for the hards so early just wasn't the right call. And, yeah, it worked out for you. So I would say congratulations on that. Of course, looking to next week, it's going to be Mexico. So how do you think you'll go around there?
Mexico is about an average track for me, but where I do think I get an advantage at Mexico, it's all the tracks that people don't like. I seem to thrive on because I kind of take that as an opportunity to get points over those drivers. And I know that a lot of people don't like Mexico. I mean, Mexico can be chaos. I mean, you got long DRS straights leading to chicanes, and you know, you just got to be one with the chaos. You got to be prepared for it. And I've had quite a few league races at this track already, and I've had success in all of them. So I'm hoping that carries over to this league.
Yeah, so maybe a bit of optimism for next week then. Of course, ERS is going to be a very big talking point, so going to have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, congratulations on your P3 and good luck for next week.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Well then, congratulations again on your P3, Logan. And unfortunately I don't think the other two will be joining. I did send them an invite. But as I said, I don't think they're going to be joining. Well then, this has been IRL. It's been IRL Neon or Jared Fosbury. Been joined by Kevin as Qualcomm, as Aspect. Due with the Matthew situation will be told in further notice on either on Twitter or
I didn't invite them, Jared, because I couldn't find them.
Yeah, I went on blue screen and invited them, but it didn't go through.
Oh, okay.
It's being weird, honestly. PlayStation's being stupid. But we will end it here. But as I said, the Matthew situation will be discussed and sorted out. See what happens, and you'll be informed on Twitter or at the next round. But hope you guys have had a good one. It's been a mad race, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.